Yo, what up? It's Houston, Texas on. You So Love. We here in Atlanta, Georgia, baby, with the only one, TampaMystic, for Industry's Most Wanted. Make sure y'all stay tuned, locked in. We here. You So Love.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Like maybe you know we going crazy on everyone. In the club throwing ones. Forever reppin'. 281-713. But tonight we in a 305. It's an off night and I'm wearing off-white. In the day, motorcade, parked outside. It's crazy how I feel mad. Now we get the money, add it all up and divide. Subtracting my haters, multiply with the real pull up.
Hey, what's going on, man? It is your girl, TampaMystic, and we're live. Where are we at?
Industries.
Big Industries Most Wanted, not the little one, man.
Wanted.
Boom. Listen, I got my family checking in today. Somebody that I've known for a long time, not new to me, but true to me.
Absolutely.
Haven't seen you in a minute. We haven't done this in a minute.
The growth.
The growth, the work, the grind is there. Youth, soul, love is in the building. What is going on, family? How you doing?
Man, I feel amazing. Thank you so much for having me back again.
Of course.
Again.
We were long overdue, I think, for this because it's been a minute, right?
Yeah. You caught me coming in when I was first starting. Now we in the game and we making stuff happen.
Man.
We Industry's Most Wanted for real.
You better believe it. He is the Industry's Most Wanted. Well, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell a little bit about who you are, what you do, what you got going on.
You So Love is my artist name. I like to go by Soul, if y'all are short out there, or Stetson Leon, if we talking business. But music artist, originally from Houston, Texas, of course, now in the stomping grounds of Atlanta. But we specialize in music, we specialize in fashion, we specialize in art, visuals. We creating a whole new element for the sound of You So Love. So
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, let's just dive right on in because we got a lot to catch up on.
Yeah.
But I do want to ask you this. Houston, Texas is a great city.
that's home.
Great city. What made you decide to move to the A?
Oh man, even though Houston, Texas is like phenomenal, I definitely cannot speak bad about my home at all, man. I strive and I try to bring everything back. But it was a lack of resources as a music artist.
Sure.
Rest in peace to Mayor Sylvester Turner. He blessed me with my own proclamation day. I was doing great fashion shows. I was doing stuff for small businesses, but it was just something that was kind of missing as far as like the resources of a manager, entertainment lawyer. There's a lot of like production companies and different things like that. Shout out to Tyler Perry, who's kind of building that foundation where artists can just be artists in Atlanta. So that was something that I was striving for, and I just really wanted to hit that reset button in the Chitlin circuit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with that because it sounds about the same reason why I left Tampa to come here.
Yeah.
But you and I discussed, and I don't mind saying it on camera, like this isn't going to be my forever home. I love Atlanta, but at some point in time, I do want to get back home.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, and I know you're only a year in here, but do you feel like kind of the same way that this is not necessarily your forever home? You're going to do what you need to do here and then maybe move on to the next destination?
It's crazy because every place that I go, being from Houston, Texas, I lived in New York for a little bit, and I feel like that's home.
Yeah.
I feel like Houston is still home. So being in Atlanta, I just want to grow some more, connect with the right people, and still see this is home.
Sure.
But then find my place where it's like, nah, this is where I'm retiring. I'm here.
That's exactly, because Atlanta has become home for me and will always be like a second home for me. So I totally get it.
And you can go back to Florida, but you still gonna feel like Georgia's like, yo, that's a place where I got my heart is still. So I want to make every place that I kind of reside and take time to put the work in to make it my home.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you've been here for about a year now. Over this last year, how do you feel that living in Atlanta has enhanced what you have going on?
Man, it's been amazing because the connections, the Black Hollywood connections in Atlanta is so real, man. This is Black Hollywood, and I've got the chance to find the best music entertainment lawyer, find the best music manager in this element right now. So I think it's really good. I really feel like people gravitated to me. They didn't take me as like a transplant, like, oh, he just trying to come here to get all, like, nah, we've been waiting for you. You are perfect. You are in the place that you need to be. So I feel like it's great.
I agree. I feel like if you come to Atlanta and you just hit the ground running, doing your own thing, people will welcome you and accept you here, as you just said.
Yeah.
Now, if you come here and you try to mooch off other people and leech on to other people, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I first moved here, I was going to a ton of events because I had to get my name and my face out there. And there were times where I would get introduced to certain people and they'd be a little standoffish because they didn't know me.
Yeah.
But once they see my work ethic and I'm really out here doing this on my own.
Now it's hugs.
Now it's like, oh, love, they can't wait to see me.
Tampa, let me get a hug, Tampa.
Exactly, right, absolutely. So, and I'm sure you probably kind of experienced the same thing so far on your journey.
And which is so crazy is like when you leave home and you go back, people have a little bit more respect for you.
That is facts.
And I don't know what it is with Texas, but every time I take off and go conquer my quest on my journey and I come back, the shows, the love is a lot bigger, it's a lot stronger. So sometimes it's about that reset. It's just like, let me go over here with my people, grow a little bit more, and then go back to family and uplift them.
I think it's the fact that they see that you're able to leave your home market and go somewhere else and be successful there. Yeah, it's impressive.
It is.
Because not everybody can do that.
They can't. And I always took the notice or took the thought, a man can't be a prophet on his own land. I always felt that, like, yeah, I know y'all love me here. I know we all grew up together, but y'all always gonna see me as that.
Sure.
Y'all gonna see me as Stetson. Y'all never gonna see me as Youth Soul Love.
There you go. Yeah. That is facts. The people from back home, they all still call me by my government name, Misty, which is fine.
Yeah.
But they refuse to call me Tampa or TampaMystic, and I understand because most of them aren't involved in the music industry, so I'm gonna forever be the government name to them. Yeah. I get it,
Yeah.
But
in Atlanta, that TampaMystic name is strong.
It is strong out here. It's strong out here, and that's why I said I feel like now that I built it up heavy out here, I would love to go back home, and I feel like not that I never didn't get the recognition or the love or the respect that I deserve, but I feel like now more than ever I'll definitely get it taken back home.
Yes, they definitely going to appreciate it.
100%. What do you feel like, with Houston? I know you said that there's definitely more resources out here, but do you feel like Houston is getting close to being that way, having all them resources? Do you think they're there yet?
Absolutely. I feel like with the years passing, with so much going on, we're starting to get a little bit more grasp. I think we had like Afro Tech, the rodeo that Bun B is putting together is starting to get a little bigger. The entertainment scene is starting to grow. They just need individuals like myself who finally, when they get across that finish line, to bring it back home look, I got this for you. I got this for you. Yeah. Oh, you don't have that resource. I have it.
Sure.
So I think that's what we need. And that's the journey that I'm on, where it's like, let me be the person in the next 5 or 10 years when I get back home.
Absolutely.
Oh, Soul got the connections, or he got this because he went out on his quest and his journey. So now he has it in Houston. So I think we just need a little bit more of that.
I think that's getting out and moving around, even if you don't necessarily move to a city, but visiting a city often as you can, it's going to help build them connections. That's what the young lady that was just here, she was saying. She knows she's so well put in Atlanta, but she went to LA, and that made her realize, I got to get out here more and expand to these other cities, because Atlanta's but only so big. It's bigger than Atlanta. Atlanta's a great city, but it's bigger than that. There's a whole world out there that we got to get out and explore.
Yeah, 8 billion people on the planet. So it's just like, I want to tap into everybody.
Absolutely. For people who have not had the opportunity to hear your music, without boxing yourself in, what type of music are you currently producing and putting out to the world?
I would definitely say hip hop, soul, rap, and R&B.
Got you.
Yeah. I'm tapping into other elements, but I can't say that's my sound. But I'm tapping into country, electronic, EDM, dance, different things like that. But my core sound, I would say, have to be hip hop, rap, and R&B.
Love it. Love it. How important is it to you as an artist? And you do other stuff as well. We're going to get into fashion too, because you see how fly he looking today.
He got it on
today. He put it on today.
Yeah, it's just for Tampa. You already know.
How important is it for you to be diverse within your music?
I feel like we have to as artists. We're in that era where it's a lot of rappers who rap, who's telling their stories. So I feel like I have to be a jack of all trades in this time of artistry, because it's like, you can't just be a one man, like, oh, he just does that.
Exactly.
You just write rhymes, or you just do lyrics, or you just do this. No, actually, I write rhymes. I create the beat. I came up with the video concept. I shot the video. I got on stage. I performed it. I did my own rehearsals. So it's just, I just always wanted to be that Gemini jack of all trades.
Absolutely. Being that you do so many things and you are absolutely covering all the steps that you have to take as an artist, y'all can't skip no steps.
Can't skip no steps.
Can't skip no steps. You have to. And I tell artists too, real quickly, side note, is that before you even start putting music out there, get your business together. Stop releasing music and you don't even have publishing, or you haven't got your sound exchange, because now you're leaving money on the table that you may never see.
Absolutely.
Definitely. With all those elements that you do right now, what do you feel like are the top 2 most important things that you're doing right now to get your name and your face out there?
I actually think doing marketing as far as podcasts, interviews, different things like that. I think that's key. I think that's way more powerful than the music now.
Yeah.
Because everybody drops songs. There's 100,000 songs that drop every day.
Right.
But if you're not getting your face out there and marketing correctly, I feel like it's just a waste of time. You could be in the studio forever, but if people don't know who you is, you're just a cat in the booth who just spitting.
I agree, because even the biggest of biggest celebrities still do stuff like this.
Yeah. And you have to.
Yeah.
It's no big, like your name could get as big as, but you have to be seen.
Yes.
People have to see you. And I think other than the interviews, marketing, and doing different things like that, I actually think putting in the networking time. I'm actually going to these different cities, shaking hands, kissing moms, hugging babies, telling dads, yo,
I like
you
how he said that. Kissing the moms and hugging the babies. It ain't shaking hands and kissing babies no more.
So I think just making sure that you actually getting out to the world, networking, shaking hands, and actually letting people know, yo, my name is You So Love, and I do this and this and that. I think that is really, really important.
Do you enjoy that part of the journey? Getting out there and having to network and meet so many people and be in people's face? Because that's just a part of it.
I'm a social person, so yes, but it's just after that, I'm just completely drained. I don't want to be around anybody. So I love it to the fact, because I love meeting new people. I love like connecting and letting them know what I got going on, and vice versa, hearing what they got going on. But then after, I'm like, all right, I don't want to be around anybody.
Gotta decompress.
I gotta let it go. So I can be a social butterfly for like a week or two, but then I need that time to myself.
Absolutely. Listen, because there's so many different energies out there.
So much.
When you walk in a room, there could be 8,000 different energies in that one room. 1,000 of them come from one person, you know, like you never know. But you're right. I do the same thing. Like I know if I have a big event that I got to do, I'll make sure that next day I kind of clear my schedule, because I'm going to need that time to decompress a little bit, kind of wind down, because it can be a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. It is a lot, especially when you're on this journey for so many years.
Yes.
It's like, when do you get time to decompress? So.
How long would you say, if you had to give us a number, that from the time you first started recording music and really, how long has that been?
Wow. We got to take it back to like maybe like 8 or 9 years old. So it's probably been maybe 20 plus years.
Yeah.
But taking it actually serious, I think it was around 2013.
Got you. What was that transition in approximately 2013 that made you say, you know what, I got to step it up and take this serious?
I think it was seeing how big the music can go.
Yeah.
Where it was just like, I'm just rapping in my closet, but then I'm like, okay, these artists are really getting paid. They're actually getting shows. They're actually getting connections with this label, or they're working with this person. So around 2013, 2014, I was like, all right, the playtime is over.
Yeah.
It's time to really start, tapping into your pen, start coming up with these stories that you can kind of express to the world. So by 2016, I was like, yo, this is me.
Got you.
We industry's most wanted.
Listen, you better believe it. You telling me.
We industry's most wanted. This is serious.
The big one, not the little one.
So yeah, 2016 is like, nah, I'm definitely. So next year will be probably like my 10-year anniversary.
I love it. Congratulations. Like, it says a lot to stay in doing something for that amount of time.
Oh man.
And you probably have done other things along the way, but you found that music is it for you. Music and fashion is it for you.
Yeah, I think a lot of artists forget to talk about their failures in these 10 years. Like, I failed so much that a lot of artists don't like to talk about it, but you have to talk about the trial and errors.
100%.
I failed so much that in my failure, I've seen what worked.
Yeah.
So I've got accustomed to, all right, this works. Let me just keep doing that.
Sure.
Let me just keep doing that.
Absolutely. We have to talk about them struggles because we're real human beings.
Yeah.
I talk about it often. Like, when I transitioned out of the workforce to doing this full time, I went from making $100,000 a year to not knowing where my next dollar was going to come from. I struggled. I literally struggled to pay my car note and to pay my electric, and fortunately nothing ever got taken away because I figured it out.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna come take my car.
Yeah.
But there were times where I thought that could possibly happen, and I'm not ashamed to admit to it, because like, that's all a part of the process and a part of the journey.
It is.
And like you said, it's important we share that, because it lets people know they're not alone if they go through those failures or those struggles throughout their journey.
Yeah, and that's for any artist, man. Y'all not alone. We all fail. Everything is not perfect. I know y'all see these glimmer camera interviews like, oh, this is amazing, he's living the life. Nah, I go through failures as much as everybody else struggles. You know what I'm saying? As much as y'all see the wins, we fail twice as hard.
That's facts, because social media slick be a highlight reel of people's lives. They only show you the good stuff.
Come on, man. They just kind of, it's like a facade, but I gotta let the world know, like, we struggle too. You know, every picture's not perfect.
That's facts.
You got to take 1,000 pictures to get that perfect one just to post on the gram.
On gang,
you know,
like
you
that's
talking
a
to a
fact.
man who literally go through 1,000 photos just to get his life together. So
You are absolutely right, because it's funny because when I have someone take pictures of me, even if it's on the phone, I'm like, take a good 10 because only one's gonna make it. only one's gonna make it. I promise you. You
and
know,
I think we got to start looking at life like that. It's like, yo, put them shots up. Put as many shots up as you can, because you never know which one is gonna hit.
that is facts. You are now. That's facts. Kind of the same thing with your songs. Put them out there. Stop hoarding these songs, because you never know which one's going to be the one that takes you to that next level. Throw it out there and it's going to stick. Have you had a really defining moment in your career that said, you know what, I am absolutely doing this the right thing? Have you had experienced that and just felt it in your soul?
Absolutely. I think 2018, 2019, a lot of performers come to Houston, Texas. A lot of big celebrities come to Houston, Texas, and they have these shows. But 2018, it was on the cusp of like, should I give up? Because keep in mind, I started taking serious 2016.
Sure.
I came back from New York to Texas, and I'm like, yo, the New York thing didn't work out. I failed. How am I going to make this happen? How can I keep going on with this? Well, Ice Cube reached out to me, and he was like, I want to do a show in Houston, Texas. I don't have 3 or 4 openers. I just got one opener, and that's you. You know, and killing that show, you know, my first sold out House of Blues show, 5,000 people. It was amazing. It just let me know, like, yo, this journey is for you.
Absolutely.
And then talking to Ice Cube, and that's my Gemini brother, and I was just asking him for advice. And it sounded crazy because my situation at the time, I was asking him, yo, how you get through it? How you been with your wife for 30 years?
Yeah.
How do you keep going when everybody's expecting you to do this? And he just gave me those, you know, words of wisdom where it's just like, yo, I'm really a music artist.
Man.
I can't go back now. Like, I was 50-50. Now I'm really on the 75-25.
Yeah,
I'm really in it. Ice Cube just told me, like, yo, you just shut down the show. Keep going. Keep believing. Keep striving. Can't go back from that.
To hear that from someone like him, who is a absolute legend.
Oh, man.
Absolute. He's so talented on the music side, on the film side. Absolute legend. Absolutely, that is a defining moment right there for you.
I couldn't go back. It was hard to like, nah, I can't go back to the grocery store. I can't go work at Sprint after this.
Nah, facts, exactly.
I gotta keep this going. So,
how long was your set when you performed with him?
the longest, 45 minutes, which I never did a 45-minute set. Yeah, because it was just me and Ice Cube. So I was opening for him. So
good thing you're in shape.
Oh, man. and I wasn't at that time, but learning that, I'm in shape now. It got me in motion. I was
like, bro, I got to get in the gym.
I got to get right. And I'm telling you, it was the most eye-opening experience because, like, yo, I gotta make sure my set is on point. I got to make sure that I'm working out. I got to make sure that the songs that I perform is up to date because I got Ice Cube in the back.
The facts.
And just taking that from that show and moving forward, it taught me so much.
It's a major mental and physical toll on you to go through something like that because essentially you're performing in front of his crowd.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So you have to
from the West Coast.
From the West Coast.
Yes. We in the South.
You
we in Houston.
South.
Yeah. So
exactly. So it's like, okay, not that you have stuff against you, but you kind of have the odds kind of stacked against you a little bit. So you have to really figure out, okay, what can I do to go out and impress these people who came to see him?
And he could have had any OG, anybody before my time who could have, bring a nice energy, but he chose me.
Man,
so
he's seen that something in you.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
And I feel like it's just perfect timing. So just going through that experience, I'm like, yo, I can't go back from this.
Absolutely. Once you experience that or do something like that, it's only up from there. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's like, man, we constantly feel like we have to outdo that.
Yes. Every time. Every year, I feel like, damn, I ain't never really had no show that was bigger than the Ice Cube show.
Yeah.
Which I have, but you always had that thought. Like,
right.
Is this bigger than the Ice Cube show? Because if not, I'm moving backwards. I'm not moving forward.
Right. But we got to give ourselves some grace, because a lot be going on. Mm-hmm. But you're absolutely right. It's like we want to always outdo what we did last year and the year before and etc. Definitely. What are a couple other highlight moments like these big performances and stuff?
I would definitely say last year I was on Fox 26 News, which is been amazing because as I've been growing, I do fashion shows.
Yes.
So my fashion shows have been growing phenomenally. Like they really went from like 100 people fashion shows to like 400 people here.
That's
and it's
amazing.
Like, I don't have a big production team. I don't have like a big crazy team. I just really found a manager. So it's just to be doing all of these things and it's coming from the concept of my brain.
Yes.
It's just like, wow, the brain actually really works.
I love it.
Yeah.
The fashion, when did that come into play? Was it after you started taking music professionally or was it before that?
I think it's always been in me because I was going to actually go to college for fashion design. I actually went for like a semester and a half. When it got to time to like sew and different things like
Sure.
that, I was like, I can't do this. But I'm going to just take the knowledge that I have, take my fashionista vibe and just kind of live vicariously through the music because music and fashion goes hand in hand.
Absolutely. As an artist and a performer, you have to look fly.
Yeah, all the time. Even when you go into the grocery store. So I always wanted to incorporate that into my style, into my life, into my brand. And it's been like a blessing because it's like a Libra scale. It weighs.
Yeah, absolutely.
It weighs.
I'm sure you go out and do shopping and stuff, but do you also have somebody that you can have design stuff for you? Like, do you have, I don't know, what is the word? Like they tailor-made stuff for you? Do you have someone like that as well?
Yeah, I have a few like fashion designers and stylist friends who's always like, yo, check this out. What do you think of this? Or can you add some type of taste? Or what can you do to help like bring this together? So I really built a really core fan base of fashion designers and fashionistas and stylists in Houston. So that's kind of just like my zone when I get back home.
Got you.
Yeah, everybody kind of knows me for fashion more than music. So I had to leave Houston so I could be seen for music.
Understood.
More than fashion.
Are you looking to connect with people here in Atlanta on the fashion side as well?
Yes, I think we should keep taking this and driving it to the full extreme. I feel like the experience of having the music at the fashion shows, it's just been really different where everybody's expecting to go to these crazy concerts or do different things like that. But when you go to a fashion show, it's a little bit more intimate and more elegant, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
And you can actually hear the artists versus you're at a concert. It's like you just in the vibe, you there for music, but you can actually hear and see like what's going on with the artists when the intimate show is on.
Absolutely. When I was in Tampa, I got to host a fashion show and I was so uncertain because I had never done anything like that. It's always been music related.
Yeah.
And that's one of the moments that I will remember forever. To be out there and literally I got to walk on the runway and, MC the event. It was so dope. It was just such a totally different vibe than going to like a music related event.
Yeah.
I absolutely enjoyed it. So I could see why that would be something that is interested for you. You've done multiple Austin Fashion Week, the Movement LA Fashion Show, Houston Pride Fashion Show, and the list goes on.
Yeah.
How does one, for anybody out there who's interested, get involved with all these different fashion shows?
I think it's going back to what I was saying. I was building that ecosystem where I'm connected with designers, stylists, different people in that realm, even the stylists who are helping me put together clothes and different things for my first beginning work coming up. We just always stayed in contact, and they always see me and be like, bro got it on.
Yeah.
Like, bro is a fashionista. Like, he is fly. Like, you can't take nothing away from him. And every time that I stepped out, I wanted to make sure that my presence and my brand was known as that.
Sure.
So when you get these people who are in the fashion world and they see you, they're like, oh, I want you to be a model. I want you to do this. And it's just saying it without saying it. You just step in the room and like, yo, I love what you got going on. What do you do?
Absolutely.
And then the ball just rolls.
You stay ready.
Just stay ready. If you ready, you ain't gotta get ready.
Yeah, facts. That's facts. All right, so let me ask you this quick, silly question. You got to run to Walmart real quick. Are you throwing it on, or you going to just be?
I'm throwing it on. You're not catching me slapping, slacking, or slipping, baby. I'm throwing it on. I am that guy who was like, I can't even go to the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
respect it.
Because you just never know if you got to connect with somebody on the Instagram level, social media world, if you just want to meet somebody. And like we was talking about earlier, that first impression sticks.
No, absolutely. Especially for what you do. You are in the fashion industry.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't want to get caught slipping. You got a raggedy t-shirt on.
Like, bro, you in fashion?
Yeah, like, come on. You lying. That's your twin. That's
it's $5, my boy. Go get you some.
Yeah, exactly. Do you need a hot meal? Are you okay?
I never wanted to be called in the mix of that. So I was like, when people see me, I want them to be like, oh, he's in fashion.
Understood.
He's an artist. You could definitely tell.
Respect. You've also had TV appearances, BET, MTV, of course, like you said, the news segments. Kind of run through how that became an opportunity for you as well.
I think just putting the work in, putting the groundwork in. A lot of people have been paying attention to the movement. So now I think it's just at that point where it's not just to plant the seed. I don't think it's just like, oh, the tree is growing. It's like, no, the tree is here.
Yeah.
It's been here. There's leaves on it. There's branches. So just building that foundation, overall, and just never being afraid of who I am.
Absolutely. Is film an interest for you? I know earlier on you had mentioned, big respect, Tyler Perry. I haven't been to your compound yet. Where's the invite?
We need the invite.
We need the invite. We need a private tour.
Yes, Tyler. And I'm in Douglasville. I heard you got the biggest house in Douglasville.
Yeah, what's good, Tyler?
Let me mow the lawn or something.
Exactly. I'll come clean the windows, whatever we got to do.
I can jam the music and just do what I need to do, man.
We'll come clean up. It's okay.
No, we love
you, foot
Mr.
in the
Perry.
door.
No, he's definitely a big inspiration.
Yeah, major. Like his story is just amazing. But does film interest you as far as getting into acting and things of that nature?
I feel like that's the next level for me.
I agree.
I feel like when I came to Atlanta, I was like, I have to make sure that I tap into that, because that is a good level up for me.
Yes.
I feel like I've done so much great things where it's just like, you ain't in a movie yet.
Right.
You're not acting. You're not on a series. So when I tap into that character, I feel like that is next.
Listen, I absolutely agree because of the fact that you be putting it on. You look good on the big screen. Would film interest you in the aspect of actually doing full-length films, or would you want to do a series, or maybe a little bit of both, or have you even give that thought yet?
I definitely want to tap into a short series right now, where maybe it's 10 episodes.
Sure.
Maybe a season 1, just to kind of bring a story where people can experience and feel all right, we get it, and we feel like we understand where he's coming from. I always wanted to put a story together where it was up and coming artists going through trials and tribulations. So hopefully that's in the future for me. I could probably play that character and tap into something like a series.
What about potentially producing your own show to do what you have in mind as an idea?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I'm actually working on something called Smoke and Grow Rich. It's going to be a little series based off my album that I dropped in 2020. So just tapping into that element where it's just all right, you've done enough in the music and the fashion. Now let's tap into the cam.
Sure, absolutely.
The film world.
Seeing him on a big screen near you soon.
TampaMystic is the one who made sure that I made it happen.
Nah, facts.
She's the inspiration behind it.
In your music, you've literally done millions of streams. Let's just put it out there. Let's say it again. He's done millions, not thousands. Millions of streams. We on the road to doing billions.
INDEP. Independent, baby.
as an independent, what do you feel like were maybe the top 2 or 3 things that you did to contributing to get yourself to the DRT charts that you've been on, millions of streams on these platforms? Put us on game for any artists that may need to know the sauce.
I think connecting with the right people who know the DRTs, who know the media base. Shout out to TC Tompkins. He was definitely OG who's came up working with Michael Jackson. We could just start there. Just OGs like that who's hey, you need to be on a DRT. You need to be on the radio, man. You need to do this. And a lot of people who've been blessed to gravitate and bring me, they just been yo, you need help here, you need this, you need that, you need this. So it's been a crazy journey where I've got here, and it's I can't turn around now because these people are putting me on the radio. I'm getting shows here, I'm doing this. So never stop connecting. You never know. Even if they're old, if they're young, TC Tompkins is definitely one of the veterans in Houston, Texas, who's been in the music industry forever. So never be afraid to walk up to somebody and talk and see what knowledge they have, because they might be able to be yo, I can get him on the radio. I've been partners with the radio for years. Let me help him with that. So just connecting. My networking is really, really vicious. I'm a networking genius.
I love that. He said it's vicious, y'all.
It's vicious because it's wow. You really turned the opportunity off of an Instagram DM.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So you never know. I really put it to the move.
It's the follow up and follow through is what counts the most. You can go out and meet someone, but if you don't do anything with that connection, it don't matter.
Don't matter.
You might as well just stayed home. It's the follow up and the follow through that's going to put you in the next doors, take you to those next levels. And as I always say, relationships will put you in places that money cannot.
Yes, and it's the industry. It's not about what you know. It's about who you know.
My first day in college, let me say something about that. I remember my first day in college, I was sitting in this orientation room with all the other students in there. And the guy who was conducting it said, in life, it's not always about what you know, it's who you know. And I'm thinking, well, why am I sitting here then?
I don't need to learn all of this.
I don't need to. Why am I
just got to know him, her, him, and then I'm in there.
Exactly. And really, like,
it's really like that.
It really can be, because I am absolutely a college dropout. Am I ashamed of it? No, that was just what my path in my life and journey was. Have I been able to build a business? Yes. Just like what you're doing right now. You are out here successfully building multiple businesses, and you are the brand.
Yeah.
You are absolutely the brand. So you've got these millions and millions of streams. When are we going to see the plaques on the wall?
Ah, man, I honestly just got my first one from my last project, Soulmate. It did number 12 on Apple Music.
Congratulations.
But I've been kind of like quiet. I just want to pop out one day and be like, yeah, y'all didn't think, but now look at my wall.
Plaques on plaques on plaques.
Plaques on plaques on plaques. Need to brush the teeth around.
That's funny.
But nah, I just want to keep building. I'm not really the show right now. I just want to work. But then in that next 5 or 10 years, don't be surprised. Like, yo, bro is plaqued up. Bro done got a lot of accolades over the time, and I'm really, really quiet about my accolades.
Yeah. I'm
really, really quiet because I just really want to put in the work right now.
You should get one of them DRT plaques.
I definitely need one. I need about 3 or 4 because I'm definitely able to get it. But I just been like, yo, I'm going to get it when it's that time.
Absolutely.
But it's that time now.
It is that time.
Yeah, it's that time now. With my studio, I definitely need my plaques and everything.
Holla at Michael Matthews. He's my personal close friend. I love that dude. He's the CEO of DRT.
Okay.
He's the one that can put it in motion for you.
Fire.
He interviewed with me at right at the top of the year, and it was one of the most insightful, in-depth interviews I've ever done in my 14 years. Like, he dropped so much knowledge. So I encourage any artist, go watch that interview, because he just dropped out, especially when it comes to radio.
Yeah.
Every artist wants to make it to radio.
They do.
That's the goal, definitely. You've also done stuff like the Essence Fest. Tours.
Crazy stuff. You've
literally done everything.
I don't even know how I still have the bark and the fight still in me. I'm like, you've done enough, bro. Like, what are you still fighting for? But I love the fact that I was put here to make all of this stuff happen, and I still got the drive to do it.
Let me ask you this. If things never progressed any further than where they are now, which we know that's not going to happen, would you still want to continue doing this?
I think I would still do it just for the love and the passion.
Yeah.
And just for the sake of, like, I am putting my city on my back.
Sure.
I want my city to win. Houston is like the 3rd or 4th largest city, but we really don't have a lot of backing when it comes to artistry. I was just watching the Rolling Loud concert or the festival yesterday. We didn't have any Houston, Texas artists. You know, when I'm looking at these Grammys and different things like that, we really don't have a lot of Houston, Texas artists in the forefront. So I've always wanted to be that person who's carrying the flag for my city. And I'm not going to stop or put the flag in the dirt till, like, my mission is complete. Absolutely.
You're here to change the narrative.
Yeah.
I love that. And I respect that, too, because it's like, somebody's got to do it.
Somebody got to do it.
And that's going to be you.
And as time goes on and people start to get off the track and they want to get off the boat, they don't want to do it anymore, I'm still pushing forward. I still want to be the one. So there's no give up on my side.
Absolutely. I know you've been consistently releasing singles. You got a record out there called Throw It. We're going to talk about that in just a minute, but is there any works of an EP or a project?
I'm working on my new, well, it's not like a new, it's a follow-up. It's called Black Yves Saint Laurent 2.
Okay.
When I dropped Black Yves Saint Laurent 1, it was one of the biggest in Houston. It did number 4 in top albums.
Man.
So I've been kind of like trying to sharpen that because that would happen 2020. So I'm like, all right, we back 5 years later. How can I sharpen my tools? How can I be better? And this is one of the albums that, I'm not going to lie, has a lot of pressure on me because like I said, I failed in the past, so I'm just trying to, like, get back right. Soulmate, which was my last album that I put out last year, was amazing.
Yeah. People
loved it, so I'm just always just trying to get better. So Black Yves Saint Laurent 2 is what I'm working on right now.
Part 2, what can we anticipate different than part 1?
The energy, my energy, my personality. This is not just one persona on this one. Now you're stepping into my alter ego. You stepping into the other side of the Gemini, where the first project was a little light. This one is a little dark. I'm talking about more trials and tribulations on this one. It's not so more of glam and glitter as the first one was. This is like, yo, I'm really going through what artists are going through, and I want to talk about it, relationship wise, family wise, financial wise. I got a lot to unload on this one.
So it's a little more personal for you, it sounds like.
Yeah, and it's very therapeutic, especially when you don't have like a lot of people to talk to as far as like counseling or therapy. I don't have a therapist, so music is my therapy.
We all need an outlet.
We need that outlet. And I think with this one, with so much building up over the 5 years, it's like, I got something to talk about.
You got something to talk about. And music in writing is absolutely a form of therapy.
Yes.
You have to have a place to pour your emotions into.
Yeah.
Do you write all your music, or do you sometimes get in a studio and just kind of go with the flow, a little bit of both?
I tapped into this energy where I don't really feel like I have to write it down.
Got you.
It just comes out natural, premeditated. Sit there, hear the beat maybe 1,000 times, go back, feel the feeling that I want to talk about, and it just comes out.
Man, and that's everybody's creative process is different.
It is.
It's a matter of figuring out what works for you.
Yeah, because when I came up, I was writing a lot. I was the BlackBerry. I was in there writing in the composition book, notepad. But I just got so equipped with my craft where I can come out, say it, stop. Let me think about it. Go back in, say it, stop, go back in. So that punching is really, really like appropriate for what I got going on right now.
Absolutely. It feels good. Stick with it.
It feels good. It's no paper trail.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Are you open to collaborations if it makes sense for what you're doing?
Yeah.
It's got to make sense.
Yeah, I'm looking for amazing collaborations with Atlanta artists. That's why I kind of moved out here. I love what the Atlanta artists are doing.
Any in particular that you would like to work that we can manifest right now?
Baby Tate. I think she's doing something dope. Not a artist, but Sonny's an artist. Sonny Digital. Shout out to Sonny Digital.
Yeah.
I've been a big fan of his. Just to tap into that production. I just met Sleepy Brown's dad the other day. His pops. Shout out to Mr. Brown. But working with Sleepy Brown, I think a lot of people from Dungeon Family, Big Boy, CeeLo Green.
Yeah.
I just want to tap into like the original Atlanta people who really can bring that. So where people was like, yo, where he been at? I want to bring them back out, blow the dust off of that and be like, yo, look what CeeLo is doing. Look what this person is. Look what Sleepy Brown is doing on the new artists. You know, I just really want to kind of collaborate and get to that world. Of course, the Lottos, the Nisias, all, different things like that. But I really respect the OGs from Georgia.
I agree with you. And I think, too, for some of these OGs, they'll never not be relevant, but it helps to keep them relevant by collabing with some of these newer and up-and-coming artists. It's new and fresh.
We got to keep them alive. I feel like their name, working so hard 20, 30 years, it's up to us to keep that name alive.
Absolutely. And I think, too, as an artist or someone who's in the industry, when you move to a city you're not from, I think one of the most important things that we can ever do is the industry we are in is to pay homage to the people who paved the way to get to where we're at right now. Like you said, the Dungeon families.
Yeah.
So one of my first interviews I did when I moved here was the founder of the Dungeon family, Rico Wade. Long live Rico Wade. And man, it was just sitting down with him and being able to pick his brain and what they went through to get where they're at. It was just... it's like it almost makes me emotional thinking about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's important. So I love the fact that you want to work with some of the OGs from the city.
Yeah, and I bet you that knowledge that Rico had was just like, wow.
Oh my God. The interview is still on my YouTube channel. Y'all go check it out because he was, even back then, he was dropping them gems.
Yeah, long live Rico Wade.
Long live Rico Wade.
He definitely paved the way for a lot of us. And I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for cats like that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't think that I pay attention, but I pay attention to everything that comes on as far as music. So
got to.
There wouldn't be no future if it wasn't for Rico Wade. There wouldn't be a lot of, that we pay attention to today.
That's
what I'm saying? Everybody's future today, but let's talk about how he got here.
Where he started, it all started literally in the dungeon, in the basement at mom's house, you know?
So it's respect to that, man. And that's why I came. That's why I took this journey to Atlanta, because I definitely want to tap in to that culture of working with the OGs who paved the way.
And I don't know if you've seen, but Big Boy took that house and like pretty much restored it, and you can visit it. And I don't think you can rent it, but you can visit it, or maybe rent it for like a night to film and stuff in there. So I just think it's history. Yeah, it's historical.
It's historical for sure, and that's definitely need to be talked about on the lines of MLK, on the lines of Black American history.
100%.
We got to talk about that.
I could not agree more, because yes, I love the fact that it's a Black History Month, but really it needs to be just a part of American history that we talk about every single day.
Yeah.
A lot of these luxuries that we have would not be here if it was not for a Black American, or just, it's just the facts.
Yeah.
People take it for granted.
And I think people don't look at it in the aspect of like a Coca-Cola, like how Coca-Cola built their brand. These music artists built their brand in the sense of like a Coca-Cola. Started from the bottom, put it out to the world. Now we all enjoy it as people. We all remember it, even if it's 10 to 15 years. So it's like, we got to appreciate that type of stuff. We still drinking Coca-Cola.
That's facts. That's facts. And to appreciate the grind and the hustle and the grit that it took, because they did it without social media.
Exactly. Which is 20 times. It had to be 20 times harder.
They didn't have that luxury.
It was really outside.
They was really outside. And think about how difficult it probably was to distribute music, because they didn't have the Distro Kids and the United Masters and the Empires. They had to literally pay to put vinyl together. Then it transitioned into CDs to pay to get them in the stores.
They was really like, yo, check out my mixtape, bro.
Nah, they was peddling the mixtapes.
Facts, like, yo, really check out my mixtape.
Right.
Hey, put this in your hand, go listen to this. So, man, I think that was really the essence of organic. That's why the love will never die when it comes to the OGs. They really made it organically.
Absolutely. Speaking of Dungeon Family, I had Big Gip from Goody Mob here probably about a year ago, and that was one of the things he was talking about. He said, man, we didn't have no money back then. They was getting it out the mud. But look where it took them, because they put that work in.
And we have to appreciate that as artists, man. We have to appreciate that. I'm gonna never stop doing what I do because of that reason. Just the growth, and we're on a social media path right now, but you never know what it's going to be in the next 20 years. So
Absolutely.
Hopefully the next genre or the next era who comes in, they appreciate they had to make it on social media.
Absolutely.
So hopefully everybody just takes the era that they're in and appreciates the era they come from.
100%, because social media is a tool.
It is.
Use it the right way, and it could really put you and take you to that next level. But don't rely on it only. You got to get out and do stuff like this. You got to get out and go to them events, like you said, network, kissing mamas and hugging babies.
Yes. Yes.
I ain't forget that.
With that shit on.
With that shit on. You know what I'm saying?
With
like,
that shit
come
on.
here, mama.
Yeah.
Let me give you a little kiss on the cheek.
And the mamas be with it.
Yeah, that's a ladies' man right there.
They be with it.
I love it. That is dope, man. The single Throw It is out.
It's out right now.
Is there a visual for it yet?
We're working on that this weekend. A video shoot is this weekend. We're going crazy. I definitely want to showcase my style and showcase that I'm in Atlanta for this video.
Got you. Who produced the record?
Mike Maven. Shout out to Mike Maven, man. Mike Maven has been a phenomenal producer in my life. Always gave me like the greatest advice. Always tapped in with me. Always supported You So Love. So, man, I wanted to make sure starting the year off.
Definitely, 100%. So the single is out. Make sure you guys go check it out. It's on all digital streaming platforms. Yes. Visual is about to be filmed. So
visual about to be crazy. Y'all stay tuned.
That's coming real soon.
Yeah.
I want to circle back to something and highlight it that you mentioned earlier on. In 2022, the city of Houston proclaimed June 19th as Youth Soul Love Day.
God bless. Rest in peace, Mayor Sylvester Turner. He just passed away, but thank you so much.
That is a major, and long live, absolutely, because he's the one that put you in that position. Yeah. That's a major accolade.
I know you hear me as far as like these people been putting me in so much stuff where I can't even look back or get out. It's like, oh, I made it this far. I can't how can I stop? How can I give up?
How does it feel to have your own day? Like, who does that?
I feel like it's amazing, man. I feel like if somebody is going to have it in my family, it's got to be me. Yeah. It's got to be me. But June 19th is a special day already because it's my birthday. It's something that I've always celebrated and always pushed for because it is a monumental day.
Gemini or Cancer?
Gemini,
You
big Gemini.
Big Gemini
big
energy.
Gemini, yeah, big Gemini.
I know about them Geminis.
Yeah, we the most creative, baby.
I know about the Geminis. Now, my sister, long lived, but she was a Gemini, and she was like one of my favorite people.
Yeah, we are definitely a people person. We definitely are creatives.
Yes.
And like I said, shout out to Sylvester Turner. You really can't have a proclamation day on a holiday, but even looking at everything that I was doing for the city, giving back, doing as far as the fashion shows, as far as the small business companies and different things like that for the vendor markets, he was just like, yo, give him his day on his day.
I love it. I love it.
Give him his day on his day. Don't hold that black man back. He deserves it.
Man.
And so he can tell his kids and the ancestors before him or who comes next, this is how it went. So I feel good. I feel like I need to be doing more. So on this journey, I'm just really trying to take everything back home.
Absolutely. Do you find that you are ever a little bit hard on yourself? Because I know I am like, man, I know I need to be doing more. I need to do this. Do you go through that from time to time?
Yeah, which is really, really good sometimes because my shake back is really strong.
Sure.
But I'm really, really hard on myself. Like, yo, bro, you know you got that video shoot this weekend.
Yeah.
You got to schedule this. You know you got to be here with Tampa. You know you got to go do this. You know you got to do this. Because I really don't have a lot of, like, a big team.
Sure.
I think for years I've always kind of been on this solo dolo mission. So I got to make sure that I'm there on time by myself, or make sure that the content gets put out.
Yeah.
Make sure that I record. So I'm really, really big. Like, oh, bro, you didn't record this week? So I'm really, really heavy on myself.
It holds you accountable.
And I just really feel like if you're not going to do it, who's going to do it?
That's what it boils down to.
Yeah.
If you don't do it, it's not going to get done.
It's not going to get done. I don't have anybody in my ear like, yo, did you record? Did you go to your show? So it's like, yo, bro, this is your job. You have to stay on your job.
And you've come too far to not to allow anything like that to come into the play. You have to make sure it happens. You do a lot. You've absolutely accomplished a lot. You understand this business, but what do you feel like right now, and this is one of those accountability moments, what do you feel like you could work on a little bit more?
I think I could work on maybe getting out to the world a little bit more. I connect and I meet people. We network, but I think I could do a little bit more for the communities.
Sure.
I think I always focus on just my Houston community, but there's several communities that I could be tapping into. And that's one thing that I want to like step up as far as an artist, where going to different cities and different communities and helping out, because I feel like artists, we are the forefront. People look at us, they get inspired. These kids, they want to be us. So I want to give them a good reason on why I should be a good role model. And I think that's, like I said, not giving back to my Houston community, but tapping into other communities.
Absolutely. Atlanta would be a great place to tap into. You're here now.
Yeah, everybody need help, you know?
There's so many there's different causes, good causes we can get involved with, within the community, whether it be toy drives or food drives or, feeding the homeless. There's so many things that we could absolutely be doing. I agree with you.
Yeah.
What do you feel like is the biggest sacrifice that you've made thus far to get where you're at?
The biggest sacrifice I would definitely say is putting myself first and being selfish, which I don't do often, which I don't do a lot, but I had to cut off friends, cut off family members. I couldn't go on trips. I couldn't go to the parties. I couldn't go to the clubs when I wanted to because I was focused on my career. So I think the biggest sacrifice I put up was probably my time in my life, because I knew that I was on like a journey of I want to be this person, and I'm still not there yet. And like I said, everybody's not perfect. We all fail, but I had to make that sacrifice of being selfish. I gotta be selfish. I have to put myself, I have to cancel out all the noise. I have to cancel this and just make sure that I put myself first.
Man, that's facts.
And even I'm still having a hard time with that, like just putting myself and being selfish, putting myself first, because I'm such a people person. I love to take care of different people and the strangers and the loved ones and the family members. But sometimes you gotta turn the lights off and tell everybody to get out the room.
Man, that is facts. We have to love on ourselves.
Yeah.
because and I say we, people like you and I are very nurturing. I'll make sure everybody else is good before I make sure I'm good. But we can't neglect ourselves.
We can't.
Especially as we get older, health can start to decline a little bit. There's things that's why I go to the gym as much as I do, because I feel like if I didn't, I would be very unhealthy at this point in my life right now, because things ain't the way they was when I was 21. Let's just keep it G.
Yeah, 100%.
We have to have that self-time and love on ourselves and be a little selfish. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. And I think that's really what kind of makes the best artists the best artists.
Sure.
I think not even artists, just entrepreneurs, CEOs, and the people of the world that we like to watch and live in. A lot of people take some time to be selfish.
Yes,
Gotta
absolutely.
put yourself first.
100%. What legacy do you want to leave through your music, through your fashion career? What do you want to leave?
I want to leave that Youth Soul Love was really, really big on inspiring the world. Whether it was to be yourself, fashion, music, to never give up. I just want people to know, like, he was known for inspiring. My name is my name. Always, always, always giving back to the youth, putting my heart and soul into everything. And God is love.
Yeah.
So I think just making sure that I stay on my, on putting the blinders on and staying on my race.
I love it. Thank you for being here today.
Oh man, it's so good to see you. The growth.
So good.
You
to
look
see
amazing.
You too.
Oh my God. It's just like, I got my start. And shout out to you and Murphy Lee, because remember when I came, he was working with Murph. And I was telling Murph that he was one of my favorite artists growing up. And it's just like, man, to even be in these rooms where it's like opportunity, you kind of meet, you know what I'm saying? These people that you grew up on, and now I am that person.
Exactly. Absolutely. Shout out to Big Murph Dirty, man. One of the realest to do it.
Man, I love you so much, Murphy Lee. You are the greatest, the best to do it, man. You inspired me. On the last interview, and Tampa was asking me, how do you get yourself? It's these people that I come in contact with who tell me to keep going. So from listening to Murphy Lee to growing up, coming to do the interview, and then seeing him and telling him my journey, and he's inspiring me, man. I just love it. It's hard to get out.
Yeah, I love that, man. Thank you for being here today.
Man, thank you so much for always having me.
Of
I love
course.
You, your family.
I love you too. You like my brother that I never had from another.
And I'm on this path where I just want to make you happy. I want to make you proud, to be like, nah, I was a part of his success. And he got me smiling ear to ear. I'm proud of him. You know what I'm saying?
And you see that I reached out to you to come back, and I'm going to keep it G. I rarely reach out to people to come on the platform just because, I'm particular about that.
Yeah.
That's how I respect you a lot.
Thank you so much.
I respect you a lot. I appreciate you being here. For people who want to follow your journey, where can they keep up with you?
Youth Soul Love, YOUTHSOULLOV. Make sure y'all go follow me on all DSPs, on all social medias. Youth Soul Love. My name is my name.
Who do you want to give thanks to? Give a shout out to? Show some love to? Give them their flowers.
God, first and foremost. My family. My kids. You for even giving me the opportunity. Atlanta for even allowing me to be here. Houston for, it takes a village to raise a child. You know what I'm saying? So my city, my mother, my father, my sister, my whole family. The shout out to Ruben Wood. Shout out to everybody who's putting in the extra time for You Soul Love. Shout out to Bernie Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? Bernie, get you paid. My lawyer. Shout out to my producers. Shout out to everybody, man, who's on the journey with me to say, bro, you gonna be something and don't give up. If you ever supported me, I love you.
I know that's right. I got one last question. You gotta matter-of-factly give it to him right here. Where are we at? Say it one more time.
Industry's Most Wanted with the greatest. You already know TampaMystic, the only, baby.
In the building.
You So Love, Houston's own.
What makes you the industry's most wanted?
I'm the industry most wanted because I do things my way. I'm myself. I'm 100% organic. I put that shit on. I live life. I'm one of the best when it comes to this music. Y'all can't see me when it comes to these visuals. Y'all can't talk about the best stage performance or acts when it comes to Houston, Texas, because you got to mention the industry's most wanted. You So Love.
You better believe it.
Independent. Independent. Did it on my own.
And it did it all independent. You can't help but respect that.
Gotta love it.
I tell you all the time, you might not like me, but you gonna respect me.
Gotta respect me. I'm gonna go to your city. I'm gonna be in your city. Y'all gotta respect it. I'm everywhere. You can't get rid of me.
He ain't going nowhere. And he's still got a lot of youth left in him, so he's definitely not gonna.
The youth gonna live forever, baby. We always here, man.
Thank you for being here. Give me some love, man.
I appreciate you, Tam. I love you, man.
I love you too.
Much. I love you. Thank you so much for what you do for artists. And man, this industry is a cold industry to be in, but you keep us love and you keep us warm.
I appreciate that. Thank you. We up out of here, y'all.
We gone. Love.
Don't test me. She wanna pop champagne with her bestie. Know my team ball without the referee. Got to the spot. She say, so you left me. Money alright, girlfriend no left. Gotta pay your tax or they snipe like Wesley. She wanna kick it like no mess.